Hi, Mrs. Nichols again. I'm here to discuss math page 257 and page 258. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. All right, we're going to start out with counting. We're going to do our 11 family. And today when we count, we're going to do step, step, and jump. Okay, so count with me. I'll stand over here to the side. Remember, it is just like we step, step, and jump. And hopefully you can follow along with me. If you're not up, get up now. You can do it. Come on, let's go. Ready, begin. 0 plus 11 equals 11. 1 plus 10 equals 11. 2 plus 9 equals 11. 3 plus 8 equals 11. 4 plus 7 equals 11. 5 plus 6 equals 11. Start down here. 6 plus 5 equals 11. 7 plus 4 equals 11. 8 plus 3 equals 11. 9 plus 2 equals 11. 10 plus 1 equals 11. 11 plus 0 equals 11. Did you get to go all through that without looking? If you didn't, you should already know those facts. Study, study, study. Practice, practice, practice. Let's do our subtraction family. And this time, we're going to jump, jump, squat. Okay, so this time we'll jump, jump on, and squat on our sum, on our dividend. All right, let's start. 11 minus 0 equals 11. 11 minus 1 equals 10. 11 minus 2 equals 9. 11 minus 3 equals 8. 11 minus 4 equals 7. 11 minus 5 equals 6. 11 minus 6 equals 5. 11 minus 7 equals 4. 11 minus 8 equals 3. 11 minus 9 equals 2. 11 minus 10 equals 1. 11 minus 0 equals 11. Good job. All right, we'll move those out of the way. Next week or tomorrow, we'll start the 12 family. We're going to continue to move up. You should have already memorized those facts by now. And we want to get just another move to the 12 family and know those facts. Today, we're going to talk about a couple of different things. I'm tired. I think I need to work out. That cost me a lot of breath there. We're going to look at the perimeter of an object. Now, the perimeter of an object is the distance around an object. A distance around an object. It could be a distance around a desk, a distance around the room, any kind of object. Now here on the board, we have a rectangle. Remember, a rectangle has two sides that are shorter and the top and bottom are longer. Here you'll notice 3 different digits. The easiest way to start figuring out the perimeter is to start at the top and go around like a clock. So we will start with the first digit we see. You can count it up in your mind or on your paper, as you will see on your lesson today. It will ask you to start writing the number, so we'll do it. So you have 5. That starts us out, and just keep going to the right. Plus 3, plus 5, plus 3. And when you add all of those up, you should get an answer. And in your mind, you could have taken 5 plus 5, we know is 10. 3 plus 3 is 6. What is 10 plus 6? You should have answered 16. So on your math today, when you see that, your math page, you'll see on the back side of your page, on page 258, it will show your square. Start at the top, continue to add around until you get to all the answers. Add it up, and that will give you your answer to your perimeter. The perimeter is the distance around an object. Now today we're going to talk about a couple of other different things. Today we're going to talk about division. Now we have done multiplication where you have groups and you're putting items in a group to make an answer. So you'll group it out to find out how many there are. Division is the opposite. Division is the total amount that they put in, and then you will find how many were in each group. So I have here 2 nets. So I'm going to put 5 dragonflies in my top net. I'm going to put 5, I'll put 10 in my bottom net. So I'll put 10 in my bottom net. Let's do the first problem. So we'll have these as 2 separate problems. So if I have 5 dragonflies, and I want to see how many I can put into one bag. How many can I put in if I have one bag? So I take my amount and I'm going to count to see how many will go in the bag. So let's count by fives until we get to 5 to see how many bags we will have. So 5 divided by 5 would be 1. 5 in a bag, you'll have 1 bag. I have 5 dragonflies going into 1 bag. Let's start with this one. And again, remember, we're going to be counting by 5s today to see how many will go in a bag. We'll see how many bags we will have. So we have 10 total divided by 5. Count by 5s until you get to 10. 5, 10. How many dragonflies will we have? We'll have 5. How many bags we will have? We will have 2. So if you look here, we'll have 2 bags. And I can take those 5 dragonflies and I can put 5, and oops, one fell, in each bag. And I have 2 bags filled with 5 dragonflies each. They keep falling off. This is not a good plan. So I have 2 bags filled with 5 dragonflies. So on your math page today, you'll see the final amount. They will ask you how many you're going to put in each of those groups, and it'll tell you how many groups that you will have. So for example, if I said 15 divided by 5, you would count by 5s, 5, 10, 15. There will be 3 bags, and you'll have 5 in each bag. Next, let's go ahead. The last thing that I want to talk about, I want to look at our dot cards. We have a couple of different ways that we can do these dot cards. What's an addition fact that you can think of that you could add together to complete this dot card? Now notice you have 5 and 5, that's a double. What would we say 5 plus 5 would be? 5 plus 5 is, good job, it is 10. Now, we cannot do any other way. There's no twin to 5 plus 5 because it's a double. Now we can look at it as a subtraction problem. Remember, when we have subtraction problems, we add the total amount of dots up. There are 10, and that starts our first number, minus, pick a color. 10 minus 5 blue dots equals 5 red dots. Good job. If you knew that already, give yourself a hand and do a jumping jack twirl. Now, here is our next step. Today we're going to do a multiplication problem using the dot cards, and we've never done that before. This is new, so this is a new concept that we're going to talk about today. Notice the numbers are the same, and how many are there? There are 2 5s. So our multiplication problem that could be correct and the same as this would be 5 times 2 5s equals, count by 5s, 2 times 5, 10. Gives us the answer of 10. So this is how you can make a multiplication problem using our dot cards. Same thing for here. You have 4 blue dots plus 4 red dots. 4 plus 4 equals 8. And we all know the subtraction problem would be, what is it? Oh, I heard you, good job. 8 minus 4 equals 4. And then the multiplication problem, who can I pick? Who thinks they know that answer? Tyler, do you know the answer? Ella, Aaliyah, who knows that answer? Let's see here. I think Ella might know the answer. Ella, the answer for multiplication would be, what number do we have each time? We have 4. How many 4s are there? There are 2. count by 4s 2 times. 4, 8. My answer is 8. Good job. That's all that we have for today. If you look at your math page, I wanted to look at the top section, the section 2 with the shells. They asked you how many shells there are. There were, hopefully you put 40. That said there are blank shells of each kind. How many colors did you see? There were 5 in each group. And how many different colors there were? There were 8 different groups. 8 different groups. So you should have had 40 shells, 5 of each color, 5 in a group, and 8 groups total. Now look at the back side of your paper. The back side of the paper, you'll see on the back side they ask you for the double. When you see that, it's asking for you to make 2 numbers. So they gave a 4, so it's 4 plus 4, and you'd write the answer in the rock. Same thing for the star. You have to give the double of 7. We know the double of 7 is 7 plus 7. You write the answer in the star. And the same thing for the snail there. So make sure that you are able to complete that. Here's your perimeter, the bottom part's the perimeter, and we talked about that. Start at the top, measure it out, go around, and notice it was centimeters. If you don't have a ruler at home, I'll try to make sure it gets back to you, or we can just move on to that. You can just leave that part blank. I could give that to you if you FaceTime me. Maybe we'll do that. Have a great day. See you soon.